Hi, I'm Nikki, and I'm an outreach worker with the UFO Project. This video is for use with the UFO Model Education and Support Group. We're going to start with a brief overview for group facilitators, and the rest of the video should be shown to participants at the beginning of the group. Before the group, you and your co-facilitator should read through the entire section of the UFO Model Replication Manual. The manual will give more in-depth content than what is covered in this video. This session can bring up lots of questions for participants, and sometimes these questions can be obscure. Don't be afraid to say you don't know and get the answer to them later. Also, be sure to have a whiteboard or a pad of paper so you can keep track of these questions.
Hi, I'm Felipe. I'm a test counselor for the UFO Project. Today we're going to talk about relationships, power, and risk. Being in a relationship can be great. We all enjoy feeling loved, appreciated, and taken care of. But as we all know, relationships aren't always easy, and drug use can complicate things. We're going to talk about some issues that might affect you and your relationships. Often in couples, one person may have more experience with drugs and injecting than the other. Someone may not be able to find their own vein, fix up the shot, or have a connection to get the drugs, and may rely on their partner to do this for them. So, how does knowing or not knowing about drug use affect your risk?
Often in couples, one person has more money than the other one. That person may buy the drugs or may make decisions about where to sleep that night. How does having money affect how you use with your partner? How does not having money affect your risk for Hep C?
Relationships are built on trust and intimacy. When you're with someone you trust, you might decide not to use condoms or to share injecting equipment. How do trust and intimacy enhance your relationship? How do trust and intimacy affect your risks?
Sometimes relationships involve physical or verbal violence from one or both members of the couple. Violence can come in less obvious forms like manipulation. Sometimes when people feel dope sick or high, they get more violent than they normally would. Fear of violence can affect our behavior almost as much as actual violence.
We could all use some support and advice in our relationships. To minimize your risk for Hep C, here are some things you can do. Remember, if you both inject, you're both at high risk for getting Hep C. Getting tested together can ensure that both of you know your status on a regular basis. Talking to counselors can help you identify the risks that you have and help find ways to minimize those risks. If you're interested, a counselor can talk to you both at the same time.
Don't share equipment and set up systems to avoid accidents. To avoid accidental sharing, you can color code your syringes and cookers with a Sharpie or nail polish. It's also helpful to keep your outfits in separate containers and always have access to plenty of clean equipment. Carrying around used equipment can increase your risk of accidental exposure and set you up for getting arrested.
Talk to your partner about your Hep C status. It might be intimidating at first, but it does get easier, and communication can strengthen a relationship. Decide together on a plan to reduce Hep C risk and negotiate ways for you and your partner to stay safe.
If you're in a relationship where you experience violence, feel controlled, or are afraid that your partner puts you at risk for Hep C, get help. Protect yourself by making a safety plan and knowing your resources. Talk to your facilitator to find out what's available for you.
As it is, because I am so strict about I want clean cookers and clean needles and clean cottons and clean everything. And if somebody, wants to use with me, if I'm using with a partner or something like that, and we pull out of the same cooker, it's clean needles every time anyway. Because we have a system and we're so by the book about it, as you can be for, you know, staying safe while injecting or whatever, but we have his and hers disposed bags.
Yeah, so if we absolutely have to reuse them,
We know
we
who's
know
what.
it's, yeah, either mine or hers.
For more information, please visit our website at www.ufomodel.org. And for any questions, please contact us via phone or email.
Thanks for watching, and stay safe.